Hello, this is Duck Show Studios. Warning! This video contains my opinions. You have been warned. So, today we're going to review a late to the party review of Luca. Now I know I'm late. By the time you're watching this, it's probably over about a year late. But I do love this movie. And I've reviewed other Pixar movies in the past, so why not this one? So Luca was released in 2021 on Disney Plus for free, without the premium access. And yeah, when we first got Disney Plus, this was one of the first things I watched. And I really like it. This movie, not Onward, not Soul, not Toy Story 4, not Inside Out, I cried at this movie. But yeah, when I first saw it, this is a good movie. It's about two sea monsters, Luca and Alberto, who, so Luca is usually just herds his fish in the sea. They're sort of like sheep in the movie. Not the drawing of Luca. I know it's been the first time in forever since you saw a drawing. I think the last time was probably my season 24 of Thomas reviews back in 2021. Anyway, so Luca herds fish, and he lives, and he's just sort of bored with his life, and then he meets Alberto, who doesn't live in the sea, he lives on the surface, and the two of them, and then Luca's family finds out, and they send him to live with his uncle under the sea, and he doesn't want to, and his uncle's like, whale carcass, it's so nice, it's so lovely, you can find lots and lots of whale carcass. It's not exactly the quote, but who cares, we're just having fun here. But yeah, and then so then Luca and Alberto go off to the human city, where they have a thing with sea monsters where they don't really like them and they kill them. But then Luca's mom and dad follow him there, and they pretend to be, and when they go above water, they're people, like they look like people, not sea monsters. And Luca and Alberto meet Julia and her dad, I think his name is Massimo. And yeah, he's a good character, and so is their cat. Their cat is pretty funny. And they have to keep their identity secret, like they don't not be open about being sea monsters, and not tell anyone they're sea monsters, and if they get wet, they turn back into sea monsters, like they visually. So, and then Luca's parents are hunting him, and the whole reason why Luca and Alberto go to the human town is not just to avoid Luca's parents, but because they want a Vespa. So this movie is about two sea monsters going to a human town to get a Vespa. That's my type of movie. It's just goofy. It's really funny. And they really want this Vespa, and they think, they just want to ride it on, and they think it's the best thing humans ever invented. And yeah, they really want a Vespa, so they enter the Porto Rosso Cup with Julia as a team of 3 against Hercule, the film's villain, who's fun to imitate. Like, someone got lucky today. Who got lucky? Number 1, number 2. Yeah. And, so he is an older person, like he's maybe a young adult, late teenager, who enters the Porto Rosso Cup every year, who, wants to win and wins all the time, and Julia really wants to beat him because he's not very nice, and all the other kids are afraid of him, and he's not very nice. And it's really good. I won't want to, I've said almost everything I need to say, but there's a fair amount more, so here goes. So, this movie has a really good ending. Like, the ending is so good. Like, it's very satisfying. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's really satisfying and then the ending, like, the last scene in the movie is where I cried. Not a whole lot, just a tear or two. And, yeah. And then as well, some of my favorite characters would be, uh, Massimo, Massimo's cat, Ercole, and Luca's dad and the uncle from the undersea. And Luca's grandma is also in this, and she goes to the human town all the time. Yeah. Then the other characters, yeah, it has good characters, good story. Um, and the animation, I can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet. The animation is different because most Pixar movies try to do photorealism. Well, sorta. If you've seen any Pixar movie, you know what I mean. They try to do it more realistically. And look like everything looks more realistic. But in Luca, they go for this nice style, which I really like. I really like this animation style of Luca, and the animation is definitely a real treat. The voice acting is great too. Um, and the story is top notch. And if you're wondering, how do I rank this one? Well, it's not as good as Onward. It's on par with Soul, I'd say. So it and Soul, I tried picking favorites, and for a while I thought Soul was my favorite when this first came out, but then I thought, when I rewatched it, I thought Luca was my favorite out of the two, Luca and Soul. But honestly, I can't pick. So it's Onward is better than both of them, not just because it's one of my favorite movies. And this is one of my favorite movies too. And this is not as good as Onward, but still really good. And I give it a 10 out of 10. So thanks for watching.